boyfriend was like skinny, or they have the same style?
No, they do not look
What's your
alike.
boyfriend look like?
They don't have the same style.
Is that a compliment or an insult? Let me see it. Oh yeah, I would love to see the handsome guy.
This
Let
like
me see it.
Santa
Y'all do
Cruz.
not look alike.
The same style. I'll take
The
it.
same style, right?
Same
Like
style,
kind of like
yes.
hippie, skater bro, hippie.
Yeah, I mean he's from
Sort
like
of.
Santa Cruz, like
What does my shirt say?
Santa
What
Cruz.
is
See,
my
there you
shirt
go.
say?
Come on,
You guys
PacSun. Come on,
like
PacSun.
all look
You guys
alike.
are kind of
You don't go to
the same
PacSun? Huh?
The style.
What?
Oh, not
Oh.
us.
Shirt.
Wait, he was saying his
No,
boyfriend.
no, no, no.
Oh.
I was saying he looks like my boyfriend because I'm saying that all like.
Wait, what are you trying to?
Shirt.
Come on, what are you implying, though?
I'm not implying anything.
You have a okay. I heard something else, but I
He said
must be hearing things.
Oh.
you reminded him. You
Must
reminded
be.
Of his man.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
heard.
I gotta.
I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
I heard the same thing.
Y'all are messy.
You love us.
I'm leaving.
Why'd you leave?
Because all like.
Oh, did you drop the L word?
Whoa. Your phone case, the colors of the volume. What?
Oh yeah.
Is that part of your case?
It wasn't.
That's trippy.
I switched them. They were
like
the
what?
same. Huh?
Did that come? The case came like that, or you? How did you? What is that? How did you do
Oh
that?
no no no! Like the case came with like different buttons, but they were like the same color, and I just like switched them.
So you put them on, or you can take.
Yeah,
them
you can take them out, but I lost them
off. They're cool.
because they're so small. You could lose them.
They're like neon.
Yeah, look.
Cool. I've never seen like a buttons you can take off and replace.
Yeah, me neither. I really like.
Where'd you meet your mans?
We met at Splash.
In San Jose? Well, cool.
Yeah,
I've actually never been.
Oh, nice. We used to work
How'd it
there.
go?
And then
What'd you do at Splash?
he was a bartender,
It was
and
good.
then I was a bar
Good
back.
back to school night.
Um, we would go up to SF sometimes because I think the owner has another.
Do you know the significance of Splash?
I knew that it was like a gay bar.
Splash is the largest nightclub in Northern California. Faces is the second largest. Faces has something like 22 active bars. Like if they were in full
Yeah.
activity or whatever. Splash has even more than that, apparently. I used to work for a gay bar called Harvey's, which, anyways, Les, who owns Badlands, I believe, is like a part owner or something of Splash.
Oh yeah. With hold on, is it TJ?
Yep.
Hey! Yeah, TJ. Yeah,
He owns like
owns-
half of the gay bars around here.
He does.
But yeah, I haven't been to Splash. Is it cool?
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean it's
Wasn't very convincing.
I mean you worked there for like 5 years and no bar is cool anymore. Or no nightclub, I guess.
It's a club, right?
Yeah, it's a
Like,
club.
does it remind you of Faces, sort of?
Yeah, I would think so. Just because like I don't know. I feel like because what I've learned is like all the bars are kind of owned by like the same group of dudes.
100%.
Like they all own like bits and pieces, like 5% here, 10% here. So when you go into the clubs, even in SF, you'll notice like some of them look like
Oh, definitely.
like
Do you have a favorite bar in SF? Or like where you like to go
I
out?
mean I did, but I don't think they have. Is Q bars
Do
still
you like
open?
how my
Cuba reopened
Oh, it did.
this year.
Oh, shit.
I haven't been since the reopening, but they are open again. I heard. I used to live on that street.
Oh,
I lived
really?
like less than a block away from the Q bar.
Oh,
And then I knew the guy who lived upstairs, and there was Paul was all over.
something of like this sort. Like
Okay.
they like compile all the data that's used to make these like large language models. So that's like his company does. So
He must have been fascinated by the debate topic this semester.
he was, but he was honestly like a little annoyed. Like not annoyed. That's the wrong word. That's the
He's
wrong
like
word.
tired of
No, 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 no.
talking about it at work.
I'm
Like,
sure
you don't
he's
know.
yeah, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to talk about
That's fair.
debate stuff with him.
Yeah,
So
no one likes to bring work home.
yeah, I really.
Unless you work from home, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank
Sure, it's
you.
after back now.
Yeah. Where else am I gonna go?
Saying
What's
random
the
shit.
topic today again?
um,
I presented that to my class today, and then someone was like, "Oh, what's the topic on?" I was like, "Oh yeah, should probably say that when I present, like tell the class what we're doing."
I know when I announced it, I wish I had like the presentation.
Oh, same.
I tried to pull it up on my tablet in like one of my classes actually.
Totally. So did y'all get
Yes.
what'd you say,
So
sir?
did anybody get their classes to come, or no, their professors to provide abs Friday? No.
Jared.
What?
Damn it.
That was like a. Huh.
He's
I
my
got one.
professor.
I got one. So I wouldn't wrote my name down on the sheet. Okay. So my Comms 100 NC professor said yes.
Do you see anybody from my class?
No, not a single one. Oh my God! Wait, no, he is. He was very excited.
What am I doing?
Hey, welcome.
Yes, yes, yes,
Movie. Tell me.
You sound like me now when you said that. Sure. Sure.
Don't you dislike when I say sure?
You say it with a lot of uncertainty. I say it to be
Oh, there's
sarcastic.
certainty in my wording.
What?
Sure. It's intentionally unintentional.
If that's what you want to say. Damn it. They won't let me learn. Oh, me? Oh, you think I'm supposed to be Phil? I'm trying to do my job. Y'all keep talking to me.
Let her work. What are you working on?
What? Yeah.
Let her work and then ask me a question.
What's the topic again?
Gavin Newsom's return to work order.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry.
What, you making posts about it?
Yeah.
It's about to start, dude.
You know what? I'm about to leave.
You can't leave.
We have 15.
Your watch is huge. Holy cow.
I thought you were going to get that.
I put this for a minute. I didn't even, that's so big. So do you like it?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Why?
As even it's too big. Even the smaller one is too
It
big.
is kind of big.
I
I can't
have a
imagine
pretty
having.
big arm. See, I have
It's
a
like a
big,
phone.
I have a big arm, but I don't know. It makes it look bigger on my mind.
But I mean, if it was smaller than this, wouldn't that be too small?
The first one I had was the SE. I really don't like the Apple Watch. I only have it
I
to
like
track
it.
my.
I don't know about the size. The size is weird to me. I don't know. It should be bigger or smaller.
Is yours a 38 millimeter? Y'all fuck small girls.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the regular SE. Whatever that means. It's not the big one. It's the regular
I
size.
got the watch too.
That was me and cheating in middle school. I don't do it anymore.
What do you
I don't
use
do
it?
it
Oh, yeah,
anymore.
never. What do you use
No,
it?
I don't.
Where aren't you supposed to be working for the next one?
I like to close my records. That's my favorite thing about it.
Cute. It's very fun, right?
Well,
On
it
the
makes
days
me
like,
actually like move.
Yeah, yeah,
On
yeah,
the
yeah.
days I'm not.
How did you determine what to set your ring goal as?
On what things to cheat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
So on days I go to the gym, I'll reach my goals. If not,
And then like
I don't.
over and over again. Yeah, some days.
But I have to go to the gym that day. If I don't, like today, I won't be reaching the goal. And I'll reach like one or two of them. That's why
See, I put it.
Sabria!
The way it makes me
Welcome!
Come on, come on, come on. Wrong side, wrong side. This is Gina. This is Chloe.
You know me.
Sis. Oh, okay.
Hi, beautiful. Welcome.
Girl, get him.
He said it and started laughing.
Bro, my life flashes.
You coming tomorrow, right? Carnival? Bro, you ain't going to the carnival? You gonna be
How are you
boring.
looking, Mr. Bud?
Yeah.
So do you do
And then we gonna do
photography,
drinks like real people
for
after.
work or anything else?
Yeah. Karaoke.
Videographer, photographer, FaceTime.
Oh, cool.
I'm so tired of kids.
My ex is a coming.
Oh yeah?
His son is on company, and then now he just does freelance. He's a good friend.
No, the room. It only.
He's doing
Did you
films
pay?
for a long time. He's like 38.
Okay, I was like, it's really
Making films for a long time. It's a very cool.
And that was the
creative
smallest room.
industry.
Yeah, I really need something creative. Or
Or you just spiral.
yeah,
I had that
basically
today.
throw myself off the roof.
Before I went to sleep.
You could film it and make a documentary about it.
Well, if I throw myself off the roof,
You could live.
You didn't have to give her shit.
Have you seen the documentary on the Golden Gate?
She said, I'm gonna come and say what happened.
There's a man.
I was the sidewalk out.
The Golden Gate Bridge is the second most
Okay. Because we were in class.
is it that forest in Japan?
That's number one.
Okay, maybe I have.
Number two is Golden Gate.
Yeah, we had the people they did like fractures of base. Like this is our whole
Year straight squad.
squad. This is someone that's in my class right now. She's the one in my argumentation class. In this actual classroom. She's the one who's doing the presentation that I
And
work
a few,
on.
and a few of them live in town in the documentary. Yeah. All of them.
Sabria, your thing fell out of your hair. Is that yours?
It's really fascinating.
Can you reach
I'll
it?
check it out. You should.
I will at some point. Not while I'm in
You
class.
should tonight. Let's go out. You should go out and look it up and watch it.
I like watching nice things.
That part, that's so depressing.
It's not very. If you like that kind of thing, maybe not. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you should watch it.
I used to back in the day. Yeah, now I'm very much like watching the stuff that's Chico State's lot.
Yeah, I was just on
It's
it.
sideways.
I was just on it. I not think of it.
Wait, are they doing that same thing tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Theirs is
Colin,
more
are you
performance oriented. So theirs is
Never
more
mind.
of the interp and speeches and stuff.
How did you choose to do either the forum or the debate? Like,
I just alternate semesters.
so okay, so next semester will be like the
This
forum.
semester doing the debate because the debate is a lot easier. So I like to do the debate in the spring because I don't have to worry about trying to find
Take a compliment. Like I was just saying, take a compliment.
Why not?
Yes, queen.
All right, so welcome to the Spring 2025 Public Debate. My name is Jared Anderson. I'm the head coach for the Sacramento State Speech and Debate team here. I see a lot of familiar faces, students who are in my classes here for all that extra credit tonight. So welcome. We are happy to have you here. We have an interesting event for you tonight. We have a debate, but we're also going to begin with a couple of performances. So we are a speech and debate team. This is relatively new. We've been adding speech and performance events to our debates over the last couple of years, and this year we have a couple of students who have been competing in performance of literature. So I'm not going to spend too much time describing it. You'll see what they're doing when they do it. But what this is an event where they take some literature, whether it's drama or poetry or prose, and they cut it into an argument, but it's an argument done through performance. So it's going to be a lot like acting, but they're going to have the literature in front of them, they'll make an argument, and I think you're really going to enjoy that. So we'll begin with those two performances, and then after that, I will introduce our guest moderator, and we'll begin our debate for the evening. So again, thank you all for being here, and I will begin by introducing our first performer, and that she'll be performing a piece called Programmed Oral Interpretation, which is mixed genre, meaning there's going to be some poetry, there's going to be some songs, there's going to be some other drama pieces, and so let's bring up Megan.
Is there something wrong with you? A loose screw or two that ruined your ability to listen? Why are you always so tired? Your laugh is uninspired and small. All you do is sprawl out on the couch with outstretched limbs like a sloth in slow motion. Where's your devotion to succeed, Maya? Did it drift out the window with the smoke from your weed? Do I need to force feed you discipline till you finally concede? I cook, and I clean, and I don't stop till the soles of my feet bleed, but I'm fine. I'm perfect. Be perfect, Maya. Be perfect like me. It is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. Like, we always have to be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. From the moment we are old enough to listen, we are told fairy tales. Fairy tales don't just lie to women. They set everybody up for failure. Women are taught that their worth lies in their beauty, their silence, their sacrifice. Men are taught that they must be strong and unwavering protectors. According to a study conducted at New York University, found that by age 6, girls already believe that being, quote, really, really smart, end quote, is a male trait. Psychology Today finds that women who subscribe to fairy tale romance experience higher rates of depression and dissatisfaction, trapping both sides in rigid and outdated roles. Today, we will uncover the cost of these illusions through Maya's pain and Be Perfect. The Last 5 Years by Jason Robert Brown. Barbie by Greta Gerwig, and You by Greg Berlanti. What Your Fairy Godmother Never Told You, a program about the impact that fairy tales have on our psyches. You used to wrap yourself in fairy tales, but it was the cold you loved. Sharp shivers as you uncovered the corpses of Bluebeard's wives. Sweeter goosebumps as he slid one glass slipper over your little toes. A perfect fit. But by the schoolyard, real princesses floated by you on fall winds. You saw the gulf between you and the rich girls and vowed to stop believing in fairy tales. But the stories were in you, deep as poison. You know what makes me crazy? I'm sorry, can I say this? You know what makes me nuts? The fact that we could be together here, together sharing our night, spending our time, and you are going to choose someone else to be with? No, you are. Yes, Jamie, that's exactly what you're doing. You could be here with me or be there with them, and as usual, guess what you picked? No, Jamie, you do not have to go to another party with the same 20 jerks you already know. You could stay with your wife on her fucking birthday, and you could, God forbid, even see my show. And I know in your soul it must drive you crazy that you won't get to play with your little girlfriends. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And the point is, Jamie, that you can't spend a single day that's not about you and nothing but you. Miles and piles of you. Stop wearing those god-awful ripped pants and that lipstick like a whore with double the implants. You only get one chance. Stop acting like a cat with 9 laughs left. Stop committing yourself to songs and stories and spoken slam bullshit in a world where degrees and PhDs impede the need for poetry. And stop chewing on your nails. My God, no wonder you've never attracted any males. Why do you do that? Do you like the taste? Are they sweet? You can't eat sweets, Maya. You're ruining your teeth like you're ruining your life. My teeth are perfect. Clean and pristine. They gleam like the golden halo above my perfectly conditioned head. I don't need sugar, Maya. I am above sugar. You have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin. You have to have money, but you can't ask for money because that's crass. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman, but also always looking out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane. But if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You have to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women because you're supposed to be part of the sisterhood. But always stand out and always be grateful. Why are you down here, Ma? Why are you down here when you need to be up here? Up here with the ones who have promising careers, who listen when information goes in one ear and doesn't come out the other. You'll never be up here, Maya. God, you act as if the act of listening is a crime, or you would have heard me the 666th time. I said, stop chewing on your nails. Stop chewing on your nails like a goddamn piece of trash. You can't be trash, Maya. You have to be perfect, perfect like me. If Prince Charming was real, if he could save you, you needed to be saved from the unfairness of everything. When would he come? The answer was a cruel shrug and 100 fleeting moments. The sneer on Stevie Smith's face when he called you a fat cow. Uncle Jeff's hand squeezing your ass in the Thanksgiving kitchen, and the accusation in your father's eyes when you told him what happened. From every boy masquerading as a man that you let into your body, your heart, you realized you didn't have whatever magic turns a beast into a prince. Anytime I lose my temper, I'm crazy. Is that it? You don't know why I threw that pencil. You just assume. You just make these assumptions. You don't even know. You've never seen me in that office. Do you think I'm incapable of acting like somebody I'm not? For 4 months, I have been scared to death, but I do it. You know, I take his calls. I message the court. I wear this, whatever this is, the ugliest fucking clothes I've ever seen in my life, but I'm gracious. And I'm bright. And I'm promising. And I am being this other person for them because I do want this job, but there is a point beyond which I will not be fucked with. So you finally push me beyond that point, and then I throw the pencil, and then I'm crazy. You think that you hold all of the cards on reality, don't you? You think that you have the last word. Anything that you do to me is okay, and anything that I do to you is fucked, because I'm not using the right words. You surrounded yourself with the girls you'd always resented, hoping to share their power. And you hated yourself. And that diminished you even more. And then, right when you thought you might just disappear, he saw you. And you knew, somewhere deep, that it was too good to be true. But you let yourself be swept because he was the first strong enough to lift you. Now, in his castle, you recognize that Bluebeard and Prince Charming are the same man. And you don't get the happy ending unless you love both of him. Didn't you want this? To be loved? Didn't you want him to crown you? Ask for this? Didn't I ask for this? So say you can live like this. Say you love him. Say anything but the truth. But never forget that the system is rigged, so find a way to acknowledge that, but also always be grateful. You have to never get old. Never be rude, never fall down, never get out of line. It's too hard. It's too contradictory. And nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault. I am just so tired of watching myself and every other woman I know tie herself into knots so that people will like us. And if all of that is also true for a doll, just representing women, then I don't even know. Thank you.
All right, thanks for Megan. Now she's going to get ready to debate as well. That was an award-winning performance. Her first time performing that was at our tournament that we host here at Sac State, the Nicholas F. Burnett Hornet Cup, and that was first place in our novice division. So, our next performer is Mari Garcia, who will be doing an award-winning poetry piece.
Our forefathers ruled those lands, preaching of a mighty feather serpent that created our lands. Stories passed down through the centuries, all for it to be lost. The crown across the sea in the name of Christ set to burn our lands to make them holy. Las lluvias lloraron por ellos cuando sus hijos fueron llevados a los campos. Nunca verán a su madre porque ahora han renacido. Nunca sabrán su idioma. Hail, Maria. One, I snuck past the borders of another mouth today, made an accent taste like kinship, and watched myself drown in false comfort. There's always a countdown when you realize I am not fluent in Spanish. You expect the waterfall, the spit that crossed the ocean, the syllable suffocating dance. And it's this dance, this moving, weaving, searching, turning your back on you can never keep up with. According to a study done in 2023 by the Pew Research Center, 57% of 18 to 49-year-olds report being shamed by other Latinos for not speaking Spanish well. Meanwhile, 44% of those 50 and older say they have had this experience. Losing the ability to speak my mother's tongue is a pain unexplainable. I wander down halls reciting words in fear that I will forget them. Some Hispanics and Latinos have never been taught their language. Some even struggle to maintain a conversation. Through these poems, we will explore the damage and pain of not being able to speak your native tongue. Hopefully, this helps others to not be ashamed to try to speak their language. With poems, A Confession on My Tongue by Noel Quiñones, Dear White Girl in My Spanish Class by Ariana Brown, My Spanish by Magdalena Galindo, Lost and Found Language by Oscar Mieres, and The Tears of a Mestizo by Atlas. Leading Words, a program, because I refuse to commit genocide against my ancestors who died because they were speaking a different language. If you ask me if I'm fluent in Spanish, I will tell you my Spanish is a mix of my English and Spanish rubbing against each other in my mouth like spitting fire. My Spanish is my whole life from my youth to my death. My Spanish is on my resume as a skill, not something that can sit still. So my parents lined up the rest of the 7 younger children, had us straighten up, tilt our heads